Nsem-Pii TV nie.
Campaign bakwa na eda NDC amayeku no akoma so pa ene se bomo she NDC fobo menka se Ghana for NDC fobo se womo ba Chief Justice Torkornoo o mepe kwan boni bia so na womo ade ahwan na se akonwa na meno ka sei abra ye di womo si akonwa so anu na sa ena sa dwumadie no womo hya ase a womo de petition miensa ekoma President Mahama President who ejina Article 146 of Ghana Constitution so na wodete committee na nipa enum na da committee ya no a na titreni a woda committee ya no Justice Pwamang ena na woda no na meno ka sei awie ya ekrata abetudwa se committee no recommendation no womo atim ade akokoma President Mahama na yenya ho audio no bi ha yebetimu aboacho na ensema hodo a ekoso abra na committee no present a report no de akoma Mahama na Mahama so wahwem na de ewo ho bia no ene de ya watimu amagana for ate na ensema amanfo bi kan say president wonhwe na de wo committee no and I said de wo no report no bonfan tudwa na maame no wonya na sundue se wo mu yi no so mo de ne tena ho wonya na sundue na won kotena se na wonya na home abusua maame no ko na abra committee of 5 omko Jubilee House na wo de report no ekoma President Mahama awo dwumadia wode show mon sa say 3 petitions ya free Ghana for ebesu na so ye say Madam Torkornoo Ghana for ehia ne biem no yanko na osokoko TV ye ba Nsem-Pii TV ensema hodoa ego proso no ye be sign e dia toa atifos.
Mr. President, in March this year you received 3 petitions pursuant to Article 146 of the Constitution 1992 for the removal of Chief Justice Gertrude Asaba Araba Sakitokon, and the public was made aware of this fact. Subsequent processes dictated by the Constitution and the decisions of our Supreme Court were gone through, culminating in the establishment of our committee under Article 146, Clause 6 of the Constitution. The nation was further duly informed, and when we commenced our work on the 15th of May 2025, the Minister of State for Government Communications was briefed and notified the public about it. There has been considerable interest in our work, shown through comments and opinions by Ghanaians and international observers as well. However, the committee restrained itself all along from reacting, even when blatant false statements were made about members of the committee and our work. To the committee, our mandate and remit is set out under Article 146 Clauses 7 and 8 of the Constitution. It's clear, and it is to inquire into the petitions in camera, hear the person against whom the petitions have been brought in her defense by herself or by her lawyer or other expert of her choice, and then make a recommendation to you, Mr. President. As I have said above, 3 petitions were referred to us, and though all 3 petitions seek the same relief, each petition is distinct and will succeed or fail on its individual strengths or weaknesses. Mr. President, without disclosing the substance of the proceedings, and since in-camera proceedings is not the same as in secret, we can state that in respect of the first petition, we received evidence by Mr. Daniel Oforo, the first petitioner, through 13 witnesses. Similarly, the Chief Justice in her defense called 12 witnesses, including expert witnesses, as she is entitled to do under the Constitution. The Chief Justice testified personally and was cross-examined. The committee received about 10,000 pages of documentary evidence from both sides. There were 4 lawyers that represented the first petitioner, Daniel Oforo, and 4 lawyers represented the Chief Justice. Mr. President, after critical and dispassionate examination and assessment of all the evidence, including the expert evidence, against the provisions of the Constitution and the relevant laws, we have, without fear or favor, arrived at a recommendation on the first petition. The recommendation is contained in the envelope which I now give to you.
Catch say MPP for Nema Boko Enjo. And MPP for Maboko no dia. Yantu abama wojo Mahama. Any NBs na mo de mo ba asunje beba boko. Enti bo ba ye nso bako njoye. Ade ati ade sen kwa ne ye kunipa. Na ora Mahama. Ni hene ya bewura aba ne nchen ewo ye friend sen Jubilee House. On kase mi ntia na ni die say the kromo gonja for die omo ntise nkrofobia omo kunum kunkum mo ho and then we was say eh edi asem na papa iken edi asem na papa iken but again the buy ya bokufo no omo kun after see eto abawie and because of Nsem-Pii Yera John Mahama why no party for mo ko bako e ka kire omo enti ne eto abawie no na omo expect a certain action and action member and the man now omo e kontokwa me say obre mami fa nko boko na yenkohwe boko before the 2024 elections na ohwe video ni wia na mabo Urajo Mahama after elections e dey amount na fi ya hwe say why na Ghana for ebetimi aginadi na abentia.
As I also thank them for the peace that we are enjoying, because without peace there can be no progress. Unfortunately, any time the peace of Ghana will be disturbed, it is the MPP government that is in power. Recently, I've been hearing some things happening in Boko that appear to be threatening to disturb the peace there. Area and all those who are stakeholders in what is happening there to exercise patience, exercise restraint. We know that there are some sinister hands who are trying to stoke the fires of ethnic conflict. They should not allow themselves to be provoked to violence. And so please, the people of Boko area, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you, remain calm, be restrained, don't resort to conflict. NDC is coming. When we come, we will make sure there is peace in Boko and surrounding areas. You see, the most dangerous person to avoid is a person who says one thing and does another thing. The most dangerous person to avoid is one who says something today and says something else tomorrow. The most dangerous person to avoid is a person whose word you cannot trust. And in leadership, it is critical that you should be able to trust the word of your leader. Unfortunately, the current crop of leaders we have, Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, you cannot trust anything they say. And as ABA Fusheni said, and I'll pay the copyright for this, he said, if they greet you in the morning, look at the sun before you answer.
Weye Mahama abriana owo position na Akufo-Addo ene Bawumia ewa ban mu ana motie say o blame MPP for say MPP for na dem tokwa baboko na Ghana for ntimi nye Bawumia ene Akufo-Addo ni ti egbakufo ento abama NDC no mu ba ono be ma asundwei ababoko mu be dia dance say enipa ye ku omo oboko between January ebesi June. This is the first time Ashi police station, Ashi police barracks, Ashi police car, Boko. This is the first time a few Kwame Nkrumah Bereson to questions here, Yatutu Ediabo IGP came. Because of propaganda bossa NDC for Urajo Mahama, and they said Boko Frontier. Now after election, Yankoko Hania, Gonja Hene, a bank Hasenu, Asema Urajo Mahama, or Kanchiromu, Yankoko Hemra.
Obviously, there can be no progress without peace. And I wish to commend you for the peace that reigns in Gonjaland. It is my wish that other areas will learn from the peace that Gunja enjoys. So I take this occasion to appeal to our brothers and sisters, Kusasis and Mampusis, to give peace a chance. We cannot accept this current situation where students are shot in school and killed. We can't accept the current situation where teachers, public officers have all run away from Boko because they are afraid for their lives. And we have given the mediation effort to Otunfo, and he has briefed me constantly on the progress that he's been making. And we are almost there. And so the current fighting and killings can only be done by people who want to derail the mediation effort. And so let's give peace a chance. But as the army has announced, I have directed the army to move from peacekeeping to peace enforcement. That means they're going to be a bit more robust with anybody who is involved in criminality. And so let us give peace a chance, not only in Boko, but in Nkwanta and all the other places where we currently are suffering conflict. Your Majesty, the values of unity, patriotism, and compassion are more urgent than ever. We must resist the forces of division and exclusion that undermine our shared heritage.
All right. Asante, etino we eye Yera John Mahama abra oba abemu. Na wo opposition no, na wo say eye bawumia. Hona. Na wo say eye bawumia. Eni Akufo-Addo. Ena ede conflict ede aba Boko. Ena make say Sola Tuna Kaba district in the Savannah region. Make say so no. Omo di abo ani wo ho. In a week, enipa dum otwe ene yakun omo. Na enipa nso be dum enu ne achi se adunu sia nso eprepra. Ebinum afi empotem ho eko. Pacho His Excellency, ye kan na obo afi. Why ena ye fa sa so boy emono. Because before so ba no, na Savannah region ho very peaceful. Before say obeba no, na Savannah region very very peaceful. So la Tuna Kaba district wo na Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia keep you very peaceful for 8 years. And now back abemu the insecurity e wo oman mu no amaga na ni bia ya mososo no. And again ni bia da wona. Because ene ye wo taxi ye tutuo tse na ye